welcome back to another video. And today we're talking about Blackstar amplifiers and how good are they? Well, to answer your question, they are very good amplifiers. And we're kind of talking about this today if you guys are kind of looking for a low-cost amplifier that still sounds really good and just kind of one that I think doesn't get enough credit as far as sound and quality. So a little backstory to this. I've been playing Blackstar amplifiers for about 5 years now, and the first one that I had was an HT Club 40, and it sounded amazing. I used it in the classic rock band that I was in with my dad, and I just kept it on channel 2 the whole time, and I would just roll back the volume on my guitar for clean tones and everything, and that's kind of what I'm doing today now. So I kind of went through a ton of different rigs and everything, and ended up full circle back to what I used to do. And, flash forward to about 3 years after that, and I got this thing. Now, I bought this used off of another local musician here in town, and he was wanting to get rid of it, and he said $300, and I was like, I don't know, let me think about it, and he's like, okay, if you buy it today, $200. And I was like, okay, deal. Because I've always loved the sound of a Blackstar HT Studio 20. I always loved the overdrive sound of it. When I worked at the music store here in town, we had a Blackstar 20 head, and I really loved the sound of it. So I've always just kind of longed after that overdrive tone. It sounded a little different than the Club 40, so it just had a really nice overdrive sound to it, really fast. So I ended up getting it. Best $200 purchase of my life. So for the rig today, I'm running the Fender Stratocaster with the Floyd Rose on it. No particular reason other than I can do dive bombs with this, and I haven't played this guitar in a while. And when I'm adjusting the volume and everything, if you do hear some scratching, that's coming out of the volume pot. So pay no attention to that. We're going straight into the Blackstar HT Studio 20, which is then going into the 2 Notes Torpedo Live, and it's going into a vintage 30H, I believe, 112 in the Torpedo. So any of the delay tones that you're hearing are coming straight out of Cakewalk. Now, I am using the reverb that is in the Blackstar, so that's coming before the Torpedo and everything. So one of the reasons that I wanted to do this video today, to give you guys kind of a good look at a cost-efficient amp. You know, if maybe you're starting out and you want a really good amp, you know, one that sounds really good but you don't have the money to spend maybe, or, kind of my application for it now is, since I'm going back to amp overdrive and keeping the overdrive on all the time and just adjusting the volume knob, what I'm going to use this for is, A, I like using it down here just to jam, and B, if we're playing like a gig where I don't want to take my Dr. Z, or I don't want to take, all of my best gear, this is one that's really nice for just kind of, I paid really cheap for this amp, so I don't mind taking it to a club or anything, and it's not one that I really have to worry about. The other nice thing about it is it has an awesome effects loop, because you know that I love to run delay tones and everything, so I have the effects loop for my tremolo and my delay and everything, and then I would just run this right into the Captor 8 and run that into the cab pedal by 2 Notes. So let's kind of take a look at it, and let's go to the clean side really quick. And we've got the volume at about 2 o'clock, and then the tone is at about 3 o'clock. The master volume is at about 11, and we've got the reverb at about 10. And this is what it sounds like. Okay, sounds really nice, and it just has some really nice kind of boutique-ish style cleans to it. So let's switch over to the overdrive channel, and we've got the gain at about 9 o'clock. We'll roll that back to about 9 o'clock. We've got the volume all the way up, we've got the ISF, which is between British and American sounding kind of platforms, and we've got that right in the middle. We've got the treble at about 2 o'clock, the mids are at noon, and then the bass is back at about 10 or 11 o'clock. And we'll roll down the volume, and it sounds like this. This is where I EQ'd it to get kind of the nice stratty tones. Still, you can get those second and fourth position tones, which I like to play those from time to time, but yet it's not really shrill or harsh sounding when you roll up the volume to go use the bridge pickup. So it sounds like this rolled back. Okay, if we roll the volume up to about 7, 7.5, and we go to the bridge pickup, got some really nice kind of classic rock crunch tones. Alright, now let's dime the volume, and it sounds like this. Give it a little more gain here. And there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't really like a demo or anything. Just kind of me kind of thinking out loud about the Blackstar HT Studio 20 and about Blackstar amps in general. I've never had a bad quality one. I've never had one that sounded bad. They've all sounded really good to me. And if you're kind of a new beginner guitarist, or any level of guitar really, and you want a really nice cost-efficient amp that sounds really good, this would be my #1 recommendation. So other than that, guys, thank you for checking out this video, and until next time, we will see ya.